Alright, so the next speaker is Roja. She's one of those people who've done the 2-day hunger strike, and I've been told she's been throwing up the last day, but still. Alright, she'll read a poem to you.
Thank you guys for coming. There are certain dates which mark themselves on our heart gates. Not the birth, not the death, that these two are easier and do not hurt. It is a day before the 3-day hunger strike begins. I walk the narrow path that goes by one of the largest magnolia trees on the campus to yet another meeting, to another talk on Iran, on what will be the next heartbreaking news, on whom among my brothers, sisters, and friends are going to take the next accidental bullet in the streets of Tehran, the city I was born in almost 30 years ago. I am near the magnolia tree. Here the path gets narrower and my thoughts are all on Tehran. I think of my brother, my mom, and my aunt. Tehran, the ugliest city on earth, and the city that I cannot live without. For its vicious Roja has made me who I am today. For its gloomy dust comforted my baby heart in so many of my girlish affairs. For it is a unique city, at least in the way it grows every day, both on earth and in me. Oh, if you see Tehran, it will hold on forever without any price. I get to the building where we are going to meet. I think of my postponed laundry basket. It was full a week ago. A commercial is playing on TV, showing a happy woman with a bright yellow fluffy skirt, holding a basket full of roses, trying to cut yet another rose in her basket from her backyard garden. They come, we meet, and the image of that happy woman gardening stays with me. It is the first day of hunger strike. It goes by easy. I have a cold, but I hang in there. My cat knows something is wrong. He just doesn't know how long this foodless house will be a part of his life. On the second day of hunger strike, I cannot get out of bed. I stay in, I dream of that happy woman with a puffy skirt. On the third day, my eyes hurt. I have never drank so much water in my life. I am shaking. Someone calls, I cannot answer. Then I wake up and I start to type. My fingers are weak. I write of my dream of that yellow puffy skirt. I grew up in Tehran. I cannot be that woman in the commercial, happy, with rosy cheeks, picking up flowers from the dreamy garden of her house. But I wish I could be her. I wish I could go on with my life. I wish there were no certain dates that have marked me on my chest. I wish I didn't know about the summer of 1988 and what happened in Tehran, the mass execution of political prisoners. I wish it had not happened to me. I wish I hadn't seen 18th of Tir in Tehran, July 9th, 1999, Tehran University dormitory attack. I wish I was not a student then. I wish I hadn't seen Neda, the shine of her eyes flying out of the TV screen. There are certain dates which mark themselves on our heart gates. I so much wish I could be that happy woman on the commercial that I can even smell the apple pie baking in the fake kitchen of the TV set. But there are certain dates which mark themselves on our heart gates. Not the birth, not the death, that these two are easier and do not hurt. Certain dates, they make you, they mark you, they make you. I saw a happy woman on TV with a yellow puffy skirt. I am not that woman. So many certain dates have marked me on my chest. Thank you.
In the most trying moments of human history, mankind has been able to overcome. In Poland, factory workers rose up in solidarity against an oppressive regime and showed the world that the roaring empire was merely a paper bear. In Nazi Germany, students used the rose not just as a symbol of love, but the very personification of freedom. We've seen revolutions in velvet, orange, red, and black. But today, a new struggle rages which shakes the pillars of oppression to its core, where the sands of madness and the cages of despotism are swept away in a sea of green. Today we gather to show these brave defenders of liberty that they are not alone, and though they stand against a juggernaut of death, nothing can stop those shouts on the rooftops, calling to the skies for freedom and justice. But in my own native Panama, we have known what it is like to be occupied by illegal governments, for ourselves on a people wanting nothing to do with their drug-funded death squads, or excuses and lies hidden behind convenient smiles and foreign paychecks. However, we persevered, and now we stand as a stable democracy, a true beacon for those seeking a light out of the darkness of despair and bureaucratic restraint. From Pinochet in Chile, to Somoza in Nicaragua, to Mussolini in Italy, and now Ahmadinejad in Iran, the dictators of the world have been rocked to their cores by the resonating cries of justice, emanating from the bullhorns of the street activists, the tears of the widow, and the student yelling, "God is great," as he defends his university from thugs and miscreants. The great Persian poet Rumi once said, "Let the beauty of what you love be what you do." As such, let our universal love of freedom, justice, and truth bind us this day and forevermore, to never give up our fight for liberty, for just and legitimate governments, for a better and kinder world, and for the very purpose we are here today, a free Iran. Thank you, and may the wings of liberty never lose a feather. Azadi baroye Iran!
So now we have Daniel Cioper. Okay, Daniel Cioper singing for us, and then we have two more speakers afterwards.
Thank you, Austin, for Iran, for having me. We got to come together and support people fighting for human rights and justice worldwide. That's our only hope. Yeah, Western culture is not all it's cracked up to be, but I think we in America know something about freedom. This one's called Fight the Powers That Be. Fight the powers that be for equality. Bring democracy, and then we will have peace. You got to live in reverie. Set your spirit free, and don't downplay the plea. And then we will have peace. When you were a baby on your mama's breast, and she told you you were different than all the rest. So you grew up seeking out the silver line. In a world full of dark and pain, man, you cried all the time. But the secret's in the sauce, and I don't wanna leave you lost. For the calling's in the cause, so jump the line and fight the powers that be for equality. Bring democracy, and then we will have peace. You got to live in harmony. Set the captives free and be the change we need, and then we will have peace. Hey, you with your bear skin in a bag, squinting your eyes just like you ain't never not been right. Or Miss Sad Sack Sally with your arms hanging down, face trailing behind with a frown, dragging on the ground. Light the spark and lighten up. Your cup of sugar is running up, but there's an answer in a dance that goes like this. Fight the powers that be for equality.